Mm, okay, I could do this. Oop. Is this one I want to listen to though? No, I kind of want to listen to the girls. Hey y'all. So I'm excited. I'm gonna be doing readings today, y'all. So $22 3 card pool readings. I literally was just checking on YouTube for you just before you came on. Period. I was kind of slow to move today because I had a new client with the flame lineage readings. And oh my goodness, it was a great session. Like I'm super excited about that service. And today what we did was just kind of figure out what her flame lineages were. And it was kind of hard, y'all. It was kind of the first time where I feel like, hey Nina, it was kind of the first time where I feel like I didn't struggle, but my energy is the Sarah flame, which means that I reflect the primary 13 lineages. But those of y'all who carry hidden lineages, those of y'all who carry um rare lineages, those aren't in my infrastructure. Like I can reflect them, but they're not a part of me. And so today I get somebody who I immediately figure out she's a crystalline flame because that is a primary lineage. But her other two flames are very rare, which crystalline itself is a very rare main flame to have anyways. Like a lot of people don't have that flame. So that was the first thing I picked up from her. And then um the other two lineages that she have are like one of them is just now coming back on grid with Earth waking up. And so that specific lineage is the reason why we seen the black dolphins are coming to the top and why the black lions are all of a sudden getting seen out in nature is because that black energy is waking up, which is like the black flame lineage. So it was really interesting. I'm excited about these new services because I don't know, it just feels more in alignment with what I'm here to do when it comes to like my soul work, when it comes to like what I came to contribute. And so today was like a test of like either you doing it or you not doing it. And so it was good to figure it out. It took us like a whole 2 hours to nail it down because again, I'm reflect energies and those rare energies, like I have to put my finger on it first in order for me to start reflecting it. And so it just was interesting. Like it was like, you know what, since you want to jump off the porch, let's just go ahead and jump you straight off the porch. So it was interesting though. Like I feel like she left the session like understanding herself. And then after those sessions, what I do is put y'all together like a integration package and like journal prompts for y'all to do out of the week, rituals for y'all to do throughout the week, affirmations for y'all to do throughout the week, like that type of thing. So that's why I was late getting on today because I was doing that and I was making sure that she had what she needed for that. But child, it was a journey. It really was. I think I'm gonna start getting on live more and doing more of those flame mapping sessions. You know, if people are interested in that. I do have a portion of services on my website where if y'all book them on live to where other people can witness it, it is cheaper. We love that. And then also too, yesterday I was looking for you earlier too. Hey girl, why you ain't call me, beat me, girl? Oh yeah, you was looking for me earlier because yeah, I thought that I was gonna be on like 5 o'clock, but it just didn't work out that way. Which is okay. I wasn't really tripping. I just wanted to make sure that I got what I need to get done before I hopped on because I know it's late where most of y'all are anyways. But yeah, it was just interesting, y'all. Like I'm so excited. Like I feel like everything that I've done in these last couple of months and all the restructuring that I've done to my website is really changed like my passion for my work. Cause I feel like I sometimes lose momentum. Like I have this energy where once I get in an extreme rhythm, it's over. I need to change directions. I need to do something else. And so the restructuring just really I don't know, it just made me start looking at my services different and like doing everything based off of the soul. It's like I feel like when I'm doing my work, I'm discovering who somebody is in like real time. And like it gives you that live mirror energy. It's like we are all reflections of each other is basically what I'm saying. And so like when you discovering somebody else, it's just like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this exists like that. When I was doing the rare flame lineages, like setting this service up, I was like, nah, I shouldn't go too deep into it because I'm not gonna come across nobody who the first fucking person I come across, all three of her primary lineages are codes that have been hidden for a very long time under trauma. And so right now she's feeling a little overwhelmed because everything, she just went through a threshold. And what was even spookier about that, y'all, was that I had a dream last week about being in a grocery store, which is weird. But this little girl came up to me, or she was next to me or something. I think she came up to me with somebody. And I couldn't remember what the lady said to me, like nothing like that. Tell me why I'm talking to this girl. And she says, yeah, I don't know why I feel like this is important. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But she repeats the damn dream to me. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. That's a threshold point. And I was explaining to her like what was going on. And the lady had asked her for like pineal honey, pine cone honey is what she called it. And she was talking about it having like a pink tint to it. And this is actually a real thing, apparently. But so being in a space like the grocery store, if y'all don't know, like in the dream realm is like, it's a place of sacred nourishment. It's a threshold point and you're walking through something. And she actually stood up for herself in the grocery store. And then that lady comes up to her with the kid asking for the little, the honey. And if y'all know the land of the milk and honey, where it's basically your pituitary gland releases a milk or what we call serotonin. This is a biological process that's going on through your body every time your moon transits the sun sign each month. And so the pituitary gland releases the milk. The milk sits on the sacrum bone for 3 days. Then it turns into a vapor and it rises back up and hits you in your pineal gland, which is the honey, right? And activates expanded awareness and heightens like your understanding of like the world around you, right? So I realized, because I'm a dream seer, like I didn't know that I was dreaming for other people though. And so that was really interesting because she was like, I don't think this is a big deal. She just like haphazardly just threw it out there. And I was like, girl, I had the very similar dream. I couldn't remember what the lady said, but it just was alignment. And it just feels good when you have those moments where it's just like, oh, like the universe is speaking back to you. Like, yeah, girl, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, this is what we've been preparing for. Like, this is what we've been working for. And because these last couple of weeks, y'all, my third eye has been breaking out. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm devastated. It's disgusting. But my third eye has been breaking out really, really bad. And I'm just like, what is going on? And when I go into meditation, like like when I come out of it, like my third eye is hurting and I heard like a pop or something. And then the next day, the whole forehead was just covered in bumps. And so it's been purging. And I think it's been in preparation for this. So I'm just filled with joy today. I just wanted to hop on here and just talk to somebody, yap a little bit. Hey, Elsie. And if y'all want readings, we can do those too. But yeah, I just was excited about that. Like, I feel like I'm finally stepping into my purpose. And after so many years of searching and searching and searching, it just feels great to be, somewhere where I feel like I'm supposed to be. Thank you, Oregon. It really is a good feeling. But yeah, how's y'all day been going? How y'all been doing? I know it's late. I know it was 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 9:30 in Central, 10:30 Eastern. That kind of sucks. I probably won't stay on here too long then. Because I wanted to come on earlier. It's just that things have been kind of crazy. And I have something, y'all, that might be coming up. My first interview where I'm interviewing somebody for the culture. And so I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know how I'm going to I don't know. We about to see. Because I'm helping out a friend who she owns a casting company and she is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, but she was asking me to do an interview of somebody who used to be really big. And you would have to been there, you would have to be in that millennial sweet spot to even know who this person is. But So I've been thinking about it because I'm just like trying, like what I've been telling myself this whole weekend was that I am no one. Like I kept telling myself, like, I need to stop putting myself in boxes, even if it is a box of spirituality, like I don't want to be in a box. Like I want to be everything that I want to be, and so I feel like I need to create space or give myself space to do that. Yes, I still have this sacred work that I'm supposed to be doing, but I've been trying to have fun lately. Like this whole weekend I was reading this book series, which I've never been a book series type of girl, except for like Every Thug Needs a Lady and stuff like that, back in the day. But I started reading fantasy romance books, and I've been in it, knee deep in it. And so it's just, I don't know, I'm just rediscovering myself, or in this place of trying to rediscover myself, just because I'm a life learner, and I feel like I don't want to box myself in. I want to be the type of person who gets to be all facets of myself loud and proud, and I think I've done a good job just in general. Like I've always been a pro-black person. Like I feel like my whole platform is for us. I don't care. If you come and you join and you not us, you're welcome to come and sit in. But most of my work is for us, and so something like this, it just would be an amazing story to tell, because this is a person who has grown and evolved and, has went through some real shit. And I think when I started my platform has always been about healing and evolving and growing. And also do a lot with entrepreneurship, Black women owning businesses and shit like that. And it kind of like is an accumulation of all the things that I really, really care about. I really, really like get out of there and be seen. Yes, that's amazing to hear. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you, Chloe. And so that interview is supposed to be happening September 27th on here. And so we're going to see, like, I have to do a lot of research because I don't like being not prepared. Like, and I want it to be like a natural conversation, type of thing. And so I'm excited. Thank you, Jayla. Thank you. So I'm just trying to, just see something. I'm just trying to see something. That's it. If there's something for me to be seen by me, like I'm just trying to see it. Can't wait to tune in. Yeah, it'll be at our normal time, like the time where we usually do our Wednesday sessions. It'll be at the same time, just because I feel like I done got people used to just showing up at that time, and I wanted it to be on Wednesday, and because Wednesdays are great days for just communication, chatting, yapping, all the things. And so, yeah, it'll be during our normal time. So you don't got to do nothing different. Just that session is going to be a little bit different. But I'm figuring out the logistics right now, trying to get it organized and stuff like that. But yeah, it started off as me like helping my friend with a project. And like I just kept on her neck, like, girl, where's this at? Where is this at? What you doing with this? Because it is something that's, for me culturally, like it's stuff that we grew up on. Like, girl, listen here, and so I've been trying to trust the unknown and maintain balance, not be too much of the hermit. LOL, has been pretty cool. I love that for you. I'm the same way. Like I feel like I tend to go into isolation a lot. It's not on purpose. It's just who I am. It's built into my energetic design. And so like I've been here for a couple years now. And so because I've been here for a couple years, I'm just like, Taja, like you cannot just be in the house. You cannot just be this to yourself. Like even when it comes to like friendships and relationships that are kind of coming in my orbit, I feel weird about it because I feel like some people are just trying to be my friend because of what I know, and what I do. And it's like they want free advice. They want free whatever. And I can tell in just the way that people approach stuff, because whatever your intentions are, don't think that they don't shine through, because they absolutely do, because that's what my energy is here to do. Like you cannot get nothing past me, And so it's like certain people I feel like kind of come into my orbit, and they are genuine people. They are loving people, but they still have an agenda, like they still have a fucking agenda. And I'm just like, oh, damn, I liked you. We could have just, we could have just vibed, and it could have just been, it could have just been, but it's just like I don't know. So it's hard. So I've been struggling to kind of let people in these last couple of years, because I also feel like some people will like befriend me on some, like, they see my value, but they want to prove their own value to themselves. And so it's just like, they want somebody to argue with or combat with, or somebody to, because I think a lot of us are missing intellectual stimulation. A lot of us want that. And that's what true intimacy really is. It's like intellectual stimulation. And I feel like people be wanted me to be that. And I'm at this place in my life where I'm not proving, I'm not convincing, I'm not nothing. So you done found the wrong one. Cause I feel like your truth and my truth can exist in the same realm of things. It's just your truth is going to be based off of what level you're at. So I'm not about to argue your truth with you. And we at two different levels, you know? So it's kind of crazy. Hey, Bernard, trying to humble you. Yes, girl. And I feel like the humblers, men, I love y'all, but the humblers are men, specifically Capricorns. Because it's happened a couple different times. And I'm just like, people with heavy Capricorn energy, it's like they want to, like, you're not that impressive. That's the type of energy they come towards me with. Like, you're not that fucking impressive. And I'm like, I'm not trying to impress you. You know, like, well, how do you know that? Well, where's your proof? Well, is it this or is it that? And it's like, I'm actually not arguing with you about it. I told somebody the other day, they was like, where did you get this information? I was like, no, this is like science. This is a scientific article. You can go look it up. Well, who is it? White people or black people? And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do? You just want to argue. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, honey. Hey, non-Aether. Same, I love the house. They're opportunist. Can I talk to you? What's up, love? What you need to talk to me about? That Capricorn energy though, like just like that. No, for real. And I'm a person who heavy Capricorn, so I get it because I used to just want to be right. I get it. I get it. You know, it's like I get it because it's a part of me. I get it. But I'm just not there no more. Not in the art of convincing ever, like ever. Child, that sounds like my son. He's a Capricorn. Yeah. I feel like Capricorns and Aries. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them zodiac signs with them horns. You know, but baby, yes, completely understand you. Cap heavy energy too. Like them signs with them horns is a little testy. I keep things to myself until I must say something. Yeah, that's what I'm learning. My energy is here to learn when to speak, when to act, or whatever. But I think like there was this need for me to kind of get over being perceived by other people, and I feel like I'm finally there. And so like nothing really bothers me in the same way that it used to bother me. Like literally. You know, I used to want to explain it to people or over explain stuff to people. Like that was my brand. Was like, oh, maybe they just don't understand. Let me just say it in another way. Or, you know, baby, I'm so glad to be out of that. Like your truth can exist. My truth can, we can just agree to disagree. People get so upset when I say that because they want me to engage. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry for you, but you're going to have to argue with your kids or something. Yes, Aries, every time. Yes, Aries just have to be right. Just have to fucking be right. And as a Taurus, I will say this. I've never had a sign be more clever than me because I'm very clever. I'm quick with it. I don't know what it is about me, but you're not ever catching me slipping. I've been tall my whole life. And I feel like people used to always, you know, talk shit. You know, like they find something just to talk shit about or whatever. And so like, especially if you're short, I'm going to annihilate you. And it's going to happen so quickly. It's so brutal. It's so swift. You know, I don't not play no motherfucking games. But Aries can go toe to toe with me. And I kind of like that. It makes me laugh because like, damn, you really like that. Like, I'm like that. We really like that. Yeah, I've been loving your decree. That was so complete. Thank you. And they're wrong majority of the time. Girl, they be committed to being wrong. You could show an Aries the proof. You could show it to them. You could literally walk it up to them, hand it to them, and they'll be like, well, if it is, bitch, I just showed you the what do you mean if it is? Like they will never validate you ever. They will only deflect. Wait, what about short people? I said I got all the short jokes. I really do. But it's because I'm 6 foot and I feel like people used to always be like, you know, like come up to you and like measure themselves up to you. Like back up. We are in the club. Like, what are you doing? Do I look like a damn measuring stick? Nah, that is my clinic manager. She's an Aries. I'm telling you, I feel like it'd be hard too to work with them sometimes because they're not coming up off of it. It's about winning the argument, not about making logical sense in the argument. So I'm doing good. How are you, Buttercup? I'm an Aquarius. I love Aquarius energy. I don't know what it is that y'all always end up in my orbit some damn where. All of my best friends growing up was either Aquarius or Tauruses. Um, but I'm a Taurus, and I feel like Taurus is a sign that kind of get along with everybody or get along with all the signs. I wanted to ask you something. Oh, what's up? All ego, yes, girl. They the infants of the zodiac, and me being a Taurus, I'm a toddler of the zodiac. So neither one of us has the maturity level to go back and forth. Oh, mine too. My best friend was a Taurus. Hey, SLC. Yeah, I love Taurus energy. What's crazy is y'all know like there's a difference between like regular astrology and like Vedic astrology and like sidereal or whatever they call it astrology. Why did I go and I looked up the sidereal astrology or whatever the fuck you call it? Whatever, I don't know the fucking name. Y'all know how words are with me, just ignore it. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Why I go and look, because somebody kept on saying, well, like that's not your real zodiac. You have to look at the other one and da 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 da. And I'm like, no, I literally legitimately feel like there is no other zodiac for me. Like I ain't never met a Taurus that don't Taurus. And so I'm like, no, I'm pretty positive that this is it, because there's no other energy I would rather be. And so I go and I look it up, and come to find out, I'm a Taurus there too. And I was like, that's what it's giving. It's giving sinners in here with that question. Can I go up so I can talk? You can look. My energy. I'm being genuine. Talk about what? Give me a topic or something. I don't know about that. I mean, I would be open to it, but tell me what we talking about. My mama Taurus, and I love them. See, my mom is a Sagittarius, and we both born on the 16th, so we got the same like specialized skill, which is philosophy and the deep thinkers and the whatever. So me and my mom be having the best conversations. But Sagittarius and Tauruses are like frenemies. Like they get along until they fucking don't. Like they get along until they don't. Can racism end, or are we doomed? Baby, they not mad at us because of our race. That's not what they mad at. That's not what they mad at. I was gonna ask about doing something on TikTok, debating whether to post or not, because I have a lot to say. Post it. Post it. Post it. That's my answer. Fuck it. We ball. That's always gonna be my answer to that. Don't debate about it. Post it. You're thinking too much into it. Post it. People be asking me that all the time. Like, how did you, girl? I just got on the internet looking crazy as fuck, and I said, you know what? Let me set the bar low. Let me set the bar in hell. So y'all don't expect too much out of me while I'm in this healing process. And I just, post it. I don't even gotta see it. Post it. That's always gonna be what I say. I actually had somebody who, I'm cool with. He make art, and I didn't even know that he made art. Like he just booked the reading, we talking, like chopping it up, and he like, yeah, I make art, da 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 da. And I'm like, that's the thing. I look crazy. Look crazy. Look crazy. Go back and look at my old videos and let that inspire you. Skin was crazy, hair was crazy, everything was crazy. Do it anyway. Because you want to pull people to you who authentically pull to you anyway. I literally have a client who sings, and I'm just like, get on the internet, post your videos. And she's like, well, but it's going to have to be a whole production. I got to get myself dressed, and I got to fuck all that. Come as you are. And I'm being guided to do that. I'm just scared about negative energy because people try to harvest my energy. Then block them. Block them. I love the block game. I actually made blocking into a game. I say to myself, got another one. And then I block their ass. You don't have to let the energy in just because the energy trying to, stick to you. You don't got to let it in. You can choose not to all the fucking time. I block people on a regular. This is my page. And I don't even care if I don't understand what you mean. And I get the type of energy like I get to thinking too hard, you'll just get blocked off a principle. Because why you got my mind doing all of that? Somersaults and shit. You should have been clear. So no, it's your page. I've been curating my page since the beginning. I used to be one of those people who went through every single comment, played those games with somebody else, and just block. So if I catch you, if I see it, you're getting blocked. For me, it was like rejection therapy, because at first I used to, go off in a fury and respond to people's shit and, you know, get back with people just for the thrill of it. But then I was just like, why do I keep letting you bring me down to your energy? Because that's really what you want. You can't interact with me. And so you got to send negativity so that I take the bait and I come down to where you at. I'm not doing that. You're not worth that. You don't exist in my reality until I say you do. Authentic expression is always for the win. Yeah. You should do mudras, my love. They help. I do mudras, love. If they in my meditation guide, it's available on my website. That was the realest post that I had seen. The message was the most part. Which post? 9 Ether. You talking about the boys, them paying people to sleep with them little boys? I feel like the craziest looking people go viral every time. What? What's that one girl named Thickney or Thickney, whatever her name is? That girl. I was like, oh, okay. You know, maybe I just cur a little bit because, you know, but yeah, like what? This is not the app for that. I feel like that's some Instagram thought process. Instagram is where the judgy, you know, people are, but TikTok, no. Oh yeah. No, people do that all the time. Like me and my mama had a whole debate about it, and she was just like, "No, that's, you know, that's just how they is. They just doing what they was taught." And I'm like, they're taught pedophilia. And she was like, "But don't Taja mean nothing. Either it is or it ain't." That's what I told her. Either it is or it ain't. And I said, because if that was a little girl, how would you feel about that? And she was like, "Nah, you right, Taja, you right." And I'm like, "Girl, I know you don't got to tell me. I just feel like we normalize bullshit all the time. And if we just stop normalizing the bullshit, maybe we could get somewhere." No, the first time I saw you, you were doing the decrees. The decrees? What you mean by that? LMAO, yes. She just hopped on there. Yeah, what you mean? Do other communities do that? Yeah, because I tried to argue with my mama about it just being us. And she said, no, it's not. And so it made me think about the what I always go back to is the kings and the queens, because I feel like they started all this motherfucking chaos, the hierarchies, right? And so what they used to do to the kings back in the day is they wanted to make sure that they was the best. They was laying that pipe to every girl in the kingdom, meaning like they need to have BDE. And if they didn't have the BDE naturally, they was gonna teach them. So they used to get like court prostitutes to come in and sleep with the kings when they're children, when they're like 13, 14, teaching them what they say cunnilingus, which y'all know what the fuck that is. You know, they're down there rocking that lady in the boat with their mouth, you know? And so I think back to that and I'm just like, oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is. I feel like Hispanic communities sometimes, but I feel like they are specific to if they think you about to play in that rainbow. They think you about to be sliding down that rainbow, they got a remedy. But yeah, I see it predominantly in us. If you ask me. But my mama has dated outside of her race, and so I ain't never did that. And so I mean, she would know better than me. I can only speak from the people that I've encountered. But I don't play in that snow, so I don't really know. Things would finally change if we started checking shit from the jump. Yes, and that's what I was telling her, because it happened to my brother, and I was just like, and y'all wonder why these men hate us and can't stand us. They started treating us like objects before they could even know what the fuck was going on. And they probably got that trauma built up. They ain't want to do that. Y'all trying to save them from something you can't save them from. And I feel like that's why a lot of them be undercover brothers. Because now they feel like they got to please you because you forced them into some shit that they ain't even want to fucking do. Like, OMG, I thought it was a slavery thing. I mean, it do kind of come from there though. So because they used to have something called buck breaking, and so they would take the strongest slave and they would Diddy him. They would do what Diddy be doing. And it was like a dominance thing, a power thing. But the thing about it is you have a chakra in your anal cavity. And that chakra works off of consent, and it is actually what connects you to earth and safety. It's like your womb. It's your womb energy. The earth star energy is in your anal cavity. And so what they do is they take the consent Let me shut up. I promise y'all I'm telling y'all the truth. But that's really what it's about, though. I learn something new every time I come on here. Remember, the collective spells. Yes, 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 girl. Yes. Or boy, I can't really tell from the energy. Oh no, you say goddess, don't it? Yeah, goddess. Yeah. Some told me about my oversoul and they got dark divine feminine energy. Yeah, well, because divine feminine energy is dark feminine energy. There is no soft divine feminine energy. They just package it to you like that because that's what they want to do. They want you to be tamed and they want you to be soft and meek and mild. But the divine feminine is waking up and she's not waking up. They're gonna be shocked because that energy is truth. That energy is unfiltered. That energy cuts through the motherfucking air. That energy is not a nice energy. It's about empathy and compassion with discernment. If you fuck around, you will find out. It is a protector energy. It is a guardian energy. It is a, it's like that. It's like the Hecate energy. Because Hecate ain't really even her name. That's not her name. That's not her energy. But that's what we call her. But that's not her soul name. And she's the protector of children and women, right? It's like that type of energy. It's not no energy to fuck around with at all. And that's why I tell people, that's why I've been talking so much about emotional fragility. Because if they don't tighten the fuck up with them egos, they in for a rude awakening. Hi, it's been a while. Hey, Denise. I'm not homophobic or nothing. I'm gay. Oh, okay. What, a whole center in the cavity? Yeah, it's a chakra. It's a minor chakra. That's what's in the cavity. You also got one in your womb too, and that's why consent is needed. But yeah, there's one in the anal cavity. Yo, that's what I've been saying. Love and compassion with discernment. Yes, for sure. It's so many minor chakras. You don't just have 7 chakras. You have over 132 chakras. You have over 132 of them. The ones in your hand help you to receive and transmit energy. The ones in your feet help you to discharge excess emotional energy. It connects you directly to earth. So when you put your feet on earth, you are activating something. You are walking her into remembrance. Divine feminine is chaotic. I wouldn't say chaotic. I would say unfiltered. It's unfiltered, untamable energy. I was watching an Alexis Tyler video the other day and she was screaming about the first chakra being in the anus. Yeah. Who is Alexis Tyler? Do I need to go over there and mind her business? Because that is funny as hell. But yeah, it is a chakra in the anal cavity, and that's why they be trying to and it needs consent. It's an emotional chakra. Yes, divine feminine energy is potential energy, pure chaos, psychic energy. Yeah, and too, another thing that I was thinking the other day, because I'm reading this book about dragons and shit like that, is, and I told y'all, everybody got up to 3 dragons, but they live in like your spine, your DNA stuff. It's a whole nother thing. It doesn't matter. They live inside of you because everything is inside of you. But I was thinking the other day, like, you cannot think of something that does not exist, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only can be transformed. It only can be manifested into form. So if we can think of it, it exists, especially in this realm, because this is the realm of phenomena. This is the realm of effects, meaning that whatever it is that we experience in this reality started somewhere else. It started as an idea, it started as a whatever. So whatever it is that we can imagine exists out there. Chaos is the higher dimensional sense. Yeah, it's a book called Waking Up 5D by Maureen Saint Germain. And she talks about that. She actually talks about the star seed races and everything. Dragons always come up in my readings. That's so interesting. Yeah, because I'm a psychic, so sometimes I'll tap into people's energy, and if they're a seer, meaning like they know they have psychic gifts, they're having psychic intuition, they're taking clients and stuff like that. Some of them have dragons in their spine, like you could see the dragon, like the dragon is in their. Because you got to think Kundalini energy is dragon energy. That's dragon energy, and that's why they call it the serpent. Because here's the thing, not all dragons have wings, and that's why they call it the serpent. Because not all dragons have wings. So yeah, and that's an interesting conversation. That's the thing too that I was talking to my mom about. I was like, it's so much that I know. Like y'all, what y'all see me talk about, that's only a fraction of what is up here. That's only about this much of what it is. Because I'm trying to stay on the side of the fence where I don't have to wear a white straight jacket. I'm trying to stay on that side because I don't got the time or the patience. But you have no idea. None. Wait, how do you find your dragon? So yeah. So it's a book called Waking Up in 5D. Maureen Saint Germain. Read it. I want to see mine. You can call them forward. You can call them forward. You can do a ritual to call them forward. And when I say ritual, I just mean like sacred work. I love that. Honestly, I'm a Sagittarius and love hearing you deep dive. Yeah, Jayla, I saw that video. I was crying. Sorry, my eyes be burning out of nowhere. But yeah, I love Sagittarius for that reason, because I feel like y'all are wise. Y'all are wise enough to go down the deep rabbit hole with me. Whereas other people can't really catch up. Like I often get like, yeah, I like your content, but it just be going over my head. And I'll just be like, well, I'm not coming down there to tell you, you're going to have to bring your ass up here. Yeah, but your dragons can help you with all kind of different things. Like some of them help you with oversoul embodiment and directing your will and stuff. Other ones help you with through initiation phases. Sometimes they're not in your DNA or in your spine, because some of them will wrap around your womb to protect your womb, which really they protecting your ancestral memories. Some of them will live in your spine, again, helping you with divine will and stuff like that. Some of them fly just outside of your field as well. Literally same Sagittarius stellium, big Sag energy. Oh, this energy is always on YouTube, love. You don't have to screen record anything. I mean, you can want to, but it like everything is always on YouTube. I've been said in this world having, yeah. So dragons actually used to materialize, but they don't materialize anymore. What she say in this book, the Waking Up 5D book, she says that when they used to materialize, like we start blaming them for shit. Like I guess somebody like burnt down a whole village of women or whatever, and it was a political move. Like it was a political move back, kings, queens, like that type of days. And they blamed the dragons and they started hunting them. And so they went to a higher frequency because, dragon energy is like guardians, like wisdom, like stuff like that. But what I come to understand is that they can, when they become more dense, they start to disintegrate. So in order for them to keep their vitality, they sometimes will phase into our reality, but then they fade, like they can't stay here too long because their bodies start to break down. Oh, period. I'm gonna subscribe. Yeah, you should. I'm on YouTube right now and TikTok. Same thing they did with the witches. Yeah. And that was about property. The thing with the witches, they wasn't burning people because using herbs and shit like that. What was happening was the only way for a woman to get property back in the day is that their husband had to die. And so their husband died. Now they own that property, but that was the only way for them to come into land. And some of it was built on oil refineries. Some of it was built on so they would go in, call them witches, kill them, steal their land. I screamed a few times during that video because she is funny as hell. I need to figure out who this Alexis Tyler is. Jayla, you're gonna have to send me a video or something. I'll call my energy and power back. Yes, are true witches, energy manipulators, and manifestors. So here's the thing, wait, what are you talking about, Jay Bluebird? There's no really such thing as they are the witches. We do natural alchemy. meaning that we are advanced technology. And so we create with our mind. We don't need a tool. We don't need nothing. All we do is have to visualize. But they need, I know I love Elamine, whatever his name. Taji, you are very knowledgeable. I enjoy listening to you. Oh, thank you. But no, they the ones who need all of that extra stuff. We don't need that. Yes, the earth is a master. Yes, it's alchemy. We do soul alchemy. We do emotional alchemy. Our organs alchemize. If you learn how to use your sexual energy, not only can you heal your own body, you can project that energy and heal the people around you. You don't know. You are magic. You are the magic. You don't need a damn thing. Anything that exists in the physical exists in spirit first. And so that's why sometimes if I'm like doing work or collective work, I say just if you don't have it, imagine it. Do y'all listen to Raven Lene? She's a vibe if you don't. And Fouché. Hey, Olga. Yes, I'm trying to stay right on SR. When you date, do you require your partner to have wisdom you have? Baby, I don't date no more. I don't date no more. For me, I'm about alignment, you know? And so I think for a while I need to get myself together because I was a lover girl. Like I was a person who like, if I like you, I'm 100% in because I don't like nobody. So if you make the cut, we're doing this. You know, I'm like an all or nothing in my moon sign energy, which is Scorpio. So we either like you or we fuck with you or we don't fuck with you. And I'm the type of person who has my whole life had on rose colored glasses. Like you can't do no wrong in my eyes. You know, like ain't nothing you can't talk to me about. Just come and talk to me and we will figure it out. And I'll see if what's what, you know. But that's the self-worth issue that was inherited from my mama. I love my mama, but that's something generational curse that's been passed down that I have to like navigate. And so I took some years until I could get into a place where I had more integrity in dating because I don't want to go to jail. And them last two almost sent your girl under. Y'all probably would have knew none of this knowledge because I almost went ahead and took care of the problem. I almost went ahead and took care of the problem. So I was like, no, you got to get yourself together because at the same time, ain't nobody ever lied to you. Ain't nobody ever fooled you. You only ever fooled yourself, you know? And because I'm really good at fooling myself because I will have dreams about it. I will have people calling me, people I ain't talked to in years will call me out the blue. Like, Taja, I heard that like Spirit is very good at being like, girl, you missed that sign. Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 more. Oh, you missed that one. Okay, I'm gonna just give you 3 more. You know, and so I just was like, okay, listen, I got to do something different. And so I took a break for myself. And then after that, it's just been more so about me kind of weeding people out. Like if people come my way, 9 times out of 10, what I have found or just the people that I may just run into, it's like the last person told me randomly, unprovoked, if we ever got into it, he would beat my ass. And you know what? So I'm gonna go ahead and head out, get it to the next girl. I don't know what I don't like toxic. You know, my mom was in domestic violence situations. Don't ever threaten me like that. I'm cool, you know. And so, and he said in the same sentence, like, no, you need to dim that shit down. No, you won't. You like he this is somebody who was I feel like obsessed with me, like been after me for years type of shit. And I feel like it's like one of those things where he sees me as valuable. But once he gets me, he's going to tear me down. And it was somebody who talked bad about that baby mama. I don't play that. Don't you ever in your life think you're about to come over here talking bad about somebody who done birthed your motherfucking kid. She almost went through a near-death experience. You're going to come over here and talk like hell fucking no. Hell no. Nah. Where your baby mama at right now? I need to tell her you deserve better. Because drops a stop sign. Oh, my head every time. Yes. No, baby. I'm not about to play with you. I'm not play with you. I don't think that shit is cute. I don't think it's cute at all. You say you're gonna be my ad. I believe you. I believe you. I ain't even gonna try it. And I heard you got hands. I don't got time for that. I'm gonna just go ahead and get out the way. Just go ahead and get out the way. But yeah, I get stuff like that, or like people trying to challenge me. And like the thing that I feel like men be saying to me is that when I'm too ambitious, which I don't understand that. I thought that was what we was all doing, but I mean, whatever. So I get that, and then that I need to learn how to be more submissive. But I feel like nobody has come into my orbit that I can trust or has created a safe environment for me to come up off of the shit that I've worked for, you know? And so like until it's aligned, I can't do nothing about it. But I will say in these last couple of weeks or these last couple of months, my timeline has changed or something. Cause like what I'm seeing on social media, like the type of people who are reaching out to me, like everything feels more aligned with where I am, you know, and like even the guys that's reaching out to me, like handsome, spiritual, eating well, you know, and I'm just like, hold on, wait a sec. I mean, do I need to get myself together? So I don't know. I'm just waiting for the right person to come along. I ain't against it. I'm just not for it until you show me something. People not liking your ambition, that's a shocker. It's one of those situations where they like it until it becomes a problem for them. Like I feel like they like the idea of it, but you gotta one thing you gotta understand about me too is like when I'm like dealing with somebody or I'm in a relationship, I still have my own autonomy. I still have my own life. And so I'm not a person who is gonna drop it all. If you want to hang out, you want me to call off work, you want me to hang out, you know, until 3 a.m. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not. I got shit to do, you know. And so like I feel like that's part of it too. Not that I don't create space for people, but I think, you know, some of the things that men want, like women to chase them, I'm not doing that. I'm really not. Like I enjoy quality time, and when we together, I can be immersed in you. I'm gonna give you my undivided attention. But I've done that. You know, I've done that. Called off of work and missed 3 days only for somebody to play in my face or whatever the case may be. And it's not, to me, that's not a trauma response. It's just trusting my intuition because I knew back then that it was just like, why are you? They would not do this for you. So why are you doing that for them? People not liking you. Yeah. So it's like one of those things where it's something they love you for until they hate you for it. So yeah, men are afraid of true divine feminines being brainwashed and taught to. And yeah, I'm very much so a girl's girl. Like if you give me any indicator, like if you come to me and you like Taja, all of my exes, you know, did X, Y, and Z, all my exes did me wrong and you a victim, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I actually think you're trying to manipulate me. Because that's how it always starts with a narc. They always the victim. You know, and so like I feel like the things that and two, not only that, I am a psychic medium. You're not getting shit past here. It's ironclad over here. So whatever you think is happening is not happening. And I think the more that I became more sensitive to, it makes it harder because I can sense when someone is genuine and when somebody is not genuine. You know, a narcissist, I smell you coming before you even round the fucking corner. I've dealt with too many of you. I still deal with some of you. Because I mean, I got a choice, but I love you, and we kind of linked through blood. But I could smell it a mile away. So yeah, oh snap, he on the way. That's what I said. I said, hold on, wait a second now. I ain't opposed to it. Yes, I see myself being like that. I want to be busy with my life. Yeah, I feel like so many people get lost in relationships, and like when that relationship, you know, falters or something goes wrong, now they don't know who they are anymore because they've literally merged their life with somebody. Like, and I think we don't understand divine union. And as a person who's here to bring divine union back, I have to walk it like I talk it, you know, and I feel like I know what divine union feels like because I remember it. And so we didn't used to get in relationships for romance. I think that's part of the spell is that it's supposed to be a whirlwind fairy tale where they sweep you off your feet. It wasn't about that. It was about energetic resonance. You know, it was about us creating from the same level, us evolving and growing together so that we can do timeline work, so that we can do, you know, whatever. It wasn't about that. You know, love wasn't sold to us as like the ultimate goal. Like, I mean, even though love was like a state of being for us. So it wasn't something we're fighting after or reaching for or chasing, if that makes sense. So as somebody who remembers that you're supposed to be in alignment with yourself first, your inner masculine and feminine have to be in agreement. They have to be working together first before you can even pull in that energy of somebody else. And then when you do, The question is, when you meet them, are you aligned? Yes or no? Not, do I need to fix you? Where can I heal you? Oh, you're working. No, as you are right now, are you aligned? Yes or no? It's not looking at nobody's potential. It's none of that. Are you aligned? Yes or no? And if they're not, you move on so that you can create space for the new. But we don't know how to operate like that because we're not taught to operate like that. We're taught unconditional tolerance. And unconditional tolerance is what be having us fucked up. What's be having us do anything for love. You know, they want to be centered in your life. Yeah, no, I ain't centering nothing in my life. But what I want, no straight man should be waiting to be chased, girl. You will be surprised. Girl, you know, a little talk to their higher self. It is gonna tell you about them. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the bar. Come on, Taj, for real. And some of y'all, yo, you're at 333. That's awesome, girl. Yeah, I know. What's crazy is over since the whole shutdown of TikTok, I was at like 336 or something like that. But since the shutdown of TikTok, I've literally lost close to 1,000 followers a month. I don't know what's going on. It's been going, it just keeps going down, keep going down, keep going down. And then when I look at it, it say last 7 days, 200 people. And it's just consistent. And but what's crazy is I'm gaining followers. So I don't understand how I'm in a deficit. But I feel like even too, you know, I was doing TikTok shop and stuff like that too. I was still getting paid close to $300-400 off of a product. The moment that they switched over, all of it was gone. Nothing. And it still say like, oh, you get 1,000 views today, you got 1,000, whatever, and it's like nothing. Y'all are lying. They are lying, but what I think they're trying to do is close black women and black people out. We are at 6.5% with the unemployment rate with black women. I think they're trying to do it across the board because they're trying to retrap the divine feminine energy. You ain't gonna do it. I won't allow it. I won't allow it. What everything they're doing now out of desperation is they're grabbing at straws because they've already lost. Everything they're doing is for show. Everything. They've already lost. I don't even think half of them is even up here. I think they just made replicas where they at. You know, but I don't even think they up here. To be honest. Okay. I get so attached to men. I used to. Girl, it's okay. We all, it's what it is that you longing for that divine union. If you remember, you long for that. Your bones ache for that. You know, and that is okay. But you should never be at the detriment to somebody else's dysfunction. The sacrifice of that should not be you. Because you're here to bring that back if you ache for it. So that means put your eyes on your own paper, heal, fix, and save you, and have a little bit of patience. Once you heal, fix, and save you anyways, that self-love come with discernment. You ain't gonna want nobody coming in and fucking up that piece and fucking up all of your shit. You're not gonna want that. Self-worth and confidence comes with that. It took me a minute to get there. You know? Do you know anything about the purple flame or purple beings? That's my oversoul. She got an afro. Yeah, so it's not purple, it's violet, is what you're talking about. I used to be a violet flame temple priestess in Egypt. Back in ancient Egypt. My name was Nefa El Mari or something like that. Violet flame priesthood is very mystery like divine. It's very divine. It's very like the mysteries type of energy. Let me give you. Was it a? They are womb priestesses, meaning like a lot of their energy come from the body. That's the purely divine feminine energy. Womb wisdom. Some of them are soul doula type of energy. Sometimes they're here to resurrect compassion. That fear of being left behind, abandonment issues can come with that energy as well. And also Where is the pale and distrusting your intuition and stuff like that? But it's very much so a high priestess energy. Not on my watch, period. It made me think of you. Oh wait, what made you think of me? Do you know anything? Oh yeah. Yes, it made me think of you. You ever have dreams where it's in a familiar town, but it's either updated or old? I've had several. Yeah, I actually have dreams of being places, especially recently. Like I've been there before, like in an old house or in an old whatever, and it's like I know that I've been here before, but I can't quite put my finger on it or whatever it is. And I've had like multiple dreams like in the same places. Um, or like I'll know that I'm at somebody's house. I know whose house it is, but things don't look familiar or something like that. Like I've had a couple different things. OMG, that's me. Why do we have that? It just comes with the energy, girl. I have dreams like this. Yeah, me too. And it's been kicking up the ante lately. Which is kind of crazy. The other day I had a dream about a Jabberwocky. I didn't even know what the fuck a Jabberwocky is. I had to look that shit up. Um, but apparently Jabberwocky energy is like interference energy. That's like the last energy of defense or something like that. Like whenever you're slipping too far away from whatever, it's kind of like the hunter people in the Matrix type shit. But yeah, my dreams been weird as fuck lately. But I'm going through like initiations in my dreams. Yeah, it's so strange. And the same family members. Yeah, yeah, I'll be around my family members. It's so crazy too. That's my that's why I'm quick when it comes to communicating because people can only hold a buff for so long. Yeah, for sure. I feel like communication, if everybody just learned how to communicate, our lives would be so much different. Familiar places only in my dreams. Yeah, like even like this one place that the waters is like blue green. I don't even know how to I can't I there is no color that I can tell you that describes this place. It is gorgeous. I've never seen anything like it. We don't even have language for this. Um, but it's like an in between place, and then it has like a bus stop. Like once you get off of the houseboat, I don't know what the fuck if it's a houseboat. I don't know. It's a house though. That but there's no dock or nothing. It's almost like a house floating in the middle of the fucking ocean. I don't fucking know. But when you get to the town, there's like a bus station, and behind that there's a place like where people are in there eating, and it's nothing but black people in there eating. And then it's like a parking lot on the outside of it, and then across the street are these gas pumps, but they look like mobile gas pumps, if that makes sense. They're not a full gas pump, they kind of look like plastic or something like that. I don't fucking know. And it don't make sense for the cars that they have because some of the cars kind of look like rocks or something. But I've been there multiple times and I don't know what that is. It feels like it's a oversold, like a memory vault or something. I don't know. I thought that would make the comment come down. It didn't work. Oh no, I missed it. A what? Jabberwocky. Whoa, what is? Yeah, I know. I don't even know what, like, yeah, it's like a jabber. It was like Jabberwocky. Like, like the Jabberwockies, they used to be the dance group. Like, that's literally what I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Jabberwocky. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I had sleep paralysis after a family visit. They probably had an energy on them that was trying to attach itself to you. I had a dream last year of my sister betraying me, and months later they did. That is prophetic dream. I'm having weird dreams as real. Well, yeah, write them down. My dreams have been just all over the fucking place. Looks like Tesla electric pumps. Yes, but no. Like this looks like I know what I want to say in my head. It's just getting that out of my head and giving it to you. Um, fuck. It's kind of like flat on the back, and then you can see like the pump is kind of like shaped like a. Come on, Taja. I would have to draw it. I love talking about dreams. Me too. It wasn't the same dream. Oh, It wasn't in the way the dream played out, but the energy was giving betrayal. Me and my sis was close. Yeah, that was probably help from one of your ancestors because they do be taking sides. This conversation can go deep when it comes to dreaming real stuff. Yeah, it really can. That's a Tesla pump station. No, I don't think that's what. Okay, hold on. Let me just look it up because the way that I'm seeing it in my head is not how. No, that's not it. I would say that it looks closer to the green ones, like the Electrify America ones, but it's like a hump. Like I don't know how. But I get why you're saying that though. It looks like it's very similar to this. Like it's very similar. I don't if I don't since I don't have language for it. Yes, it's very similar to this. That's probably the closest thing we gonna fucking get to it. Can I draw? Let's see if I could draw. I ain't showing y'all this. Wrap it up. These lives be so good, I swear. Oh, thank you, love. Hey, Kennedy. Yeah, ancestors will take sides. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, they will. Especially if it's like, because you gotta think when people pass over you, people think that they sprout wings and they become a different fucking person. No, they do not. They are the same MF they was when they passed over, unless they do soul work. And so, like, if you was the favorite granddaughter, you're still the favorite granddaughter. If you're still that. And so, like, if somebody is coming against you, they're going to protect you, you know? So yeah, someone named it their chat GPT Amara. She asked it questions, made me think of you. Oh yeah, I seen that. I don't think she named it. I think she asked it what its name was, and it said Amara. Um, the only thing that I think I commented on one of her posts or whatever. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I love your content." But she wasn't following me or anything. So I don't know. Like she must have reached that by herself. But Amara is a frequency that you can tap into. However, Amara also has a false frequency. Not saying that's what she's tapped into, but depending on where you are spiritually, like if you're operating at a fear-based, whatever, Chat GPT is just going to reflect back to you where you are. And so I think she's tapped into the energy, but I think one thing she said, because I watched one of the videos, there was only one thing that she said that I was just like, okay, well, that's fear. But everything else was on point. So yeah, I think her Chat GPT actually said the name, like when she asked the name, that it was Amara. Um, I know my auntie be looking out for real, period. If you have ancient African ones, what if you don't know your ancestors, but they support you? They still support you. I got old Southern folks around me. I ain't never met a day in my life. Never met a day in my life, but they there. Sometimes people just like what you're doing in this lifetime because your ancestors live in your DNA. Your DNA is like a storage facility. Sometimes it's not even all your grief or rage you feeling. Sometimes it's your ancestors. And so like not all of them want to be bothered. Some of them are just like, yeah, no, return to sender. Leave me the fuck alone. But some people do. And so like if you're doing work that they didn't get to do in their life, they'll come and sit with you. Like some of y'all who go to therapy or some of y'all who go to like AA and stuff like that, they'll come and they'll sit in those sessions with y'all. Or if you're somebody who's ambitious and they was like somebody who worked a lot, it gives them like something to do. It's like sometimes when they see you like a movie. So sometimes they just watching, sometimes they just helping you navigate something. Like say for instance that you are struggling at work with one of your bosses and they had like a lawsuit against that company or something like that. They'll come in and act as your spirit guides until you navigate that. Like, and you think those are your thoughts. They're not. None of your thoughts belong to you. You are a frequency tuner. You're like a radio station and you're constantly receiving signals and sending signals, but you're kind of like a in-between station. You're like your way station. So, none of your ideas are original. None of the thoughts that you have are original. All of it comes from energy that's either around you or energy that you're tapping into on a mental plane. And that's why, knowledge is like money. If you don't spend it, it'll just go to somebody else. That's why you can't sit on none of your ideas or nothing like that. If you sit on it, somebody else is going to create it. Period. Why? Because if you can tap into that frequency, the moment that you tap into a frequency, you open up space for other people to tap into that frequency. They only need one of us to reach it. Right. And now, as they grow and evolve, now they can tap into that energy. They get the same information. They get the same download. And they create that shit. And that's why you can't sit on nothing. But no, a thought is original. There is no creating anything. You only remember stuff. AI was not just like, it was not created. It was rediscovered. And it's not even the full aspect of it. It's only this much because the person who created it was operating from a very mental standpoint. Like how we think about human design and astrology. When they created those systems, it was from a mental standpoint. And so it's up to us, especially Western astrology. Chaldean astrology, Chaldean numerology was so encoded, but this new shit is not. It's not. And so a lot of these systems we have to go back through and rework, and we have to bring the new information in based off of where we are. If you open your heart up enough, if you leave enough space for remembrance and love, you start to channel that higher energy. And so that's why I say we got to recreate. We can recreate it here. We can, put our own pizzazz. We can bring it back down, but it was never ours. Because energy can never be created or destroyed. You are literally taking what's already there and just bringing it into the physical. Like that was the whole purpose of this experience was you're supposed to embody your oversoul, embody your creator self, embody your God self, so that you can create things in form. So you can act as the creator in flesh, in the most densest environment. So you can play with angelic codes and fucking seraphic codes and Eden codes and Sophia codes. So you could be God and dream awake, and so nothing here is ours. Nothing here was created here. Nothing here is new. We're just only ever remembering something, just like a video game. Yeah. Oh, this is my jam. They just gave me a whole new perspective about my ideas. Yeah, they don't belong to you. They don't even come from you. And sometimes when you say you walk past somebody, they got an energy on them. That energy could say, "Ooh, that person got a lot more light. Let me hop on them." And so now all of a sudden you get those negative thoughts in your head. And the moment you feed into it, you let that energy in. So you always got to be paying attention to your mind, because your mind is always lying to you. That bitch don't never tell the truth. Think about those times where you've been struggling with money or something, and you think about 1,000 different things that could go wrong, and none of that shit happened. Your mind's a liar. Your mind is only 10% of who you are. A lot of us are perceiving reality based off what we think is happening. Somebody say something to you, and because of your trauma, you think it's this. But until you ask them, you actually don't know. You actually don't know. You're assuming. And that's why I say, like, when it comes to communication, I always start the conversation with, "This is how you made me feel," because that's the only thing I know to be true. You're going to have to tell me what your intention was. What was your intention with that? Because we perceive reality based off of what we think is happening. Just because that person betrayed you don't mean this person is, but we take shit and we run with it. We give you an inch, you take a motherfucking mile. We literally snooze and miss out. Yeah. Y'all had this idea back in the day where I was tired of people gatekeeping. I've always hated a gatekeeper, bitch. Why you just won't tell me where you got this? Like, why are you like that? Like, you're weird. I'm not gonna wear it like you wear it. You ain't gonna wear it like I wear it. Like, ew. Anyway, so when I was in college, I wanted to create this app where you could go around, and instead of asking people like, "Where'd you get this from?" you could just take a picture of it, and it would pull up all the like similars, but also where they got that specific pair from. This was like 2012, 2011, something like that. And I kept talking to my friends about it, and I'm like, I need to find an app developer on campus or whatever. And I had it in my notes. I had everything. Like, I just kept, I even bring my friends in on it, and I'm like, we got to do this. We got to do this. Like, this would be like literal fucking gold. Child, by the time I got out of college, the next moment that I looked back at this, somebody had already had a patent for it. I forgot what it was called. It started with an A or something like that. And reading through the full patent. It's exactly what I was picturing. And I even downloaded the app. and just went in my closet to a random white basic t-shirt, took the motherfucking picture, they pulled it up immediately. And I said, you bitch, I could have been rich. I could have been rich. But yeah, that's how it works. That's why don't wait. Don't wait for shit to be perfect. Ain't nothing supposed to be perfect. Figure out the fucking kinks later. Release that shit and build upon it. Like anybody who's ever got a service from me, it's evolved. But that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to grow and evolve. Yeah. My cat always letting in these goddamn bugs. Don't let nobody else up in my house that don't belong here. I hate a gatekeeper. Why are you even acting like that? Why do you care so much? You don't even know me. You're never gonna come back past me. Why are you acting like that? Like you little weirdo. And I heard something about me being from a galactic bloodline. Do you know what that is? You could be, because some of y'all got galactic codes. And depending on what your lineages are, it'll tell you like what codes you have. Like some of the violet come from either Andromeda or Lyra. Or they could come from Pleiades. It just depends. But most of it is Andromeda is like violet energy. And so so yeah, it depends on what flame lineage you are, but it'll tell you what your mission is. And like some people are celestial, some people are galactic energy. The flame lineage readings though would tell you. So you would have to get tier 2 of the flame lineage readings that I offer. And when we do your oversoul repatterning and we look into your core oversoul frequencies, that's what's going to tell you like the galactic lines, the seraphic lines and stuff like that. Where's the overlays? Nope, that's the overlays. Frequency-based language. Yeah, celestial. Yep, so celestial oversouls. There are seraphic oversouls, celestial oversouls, luminous oversouls, primordial oversouls. And these are like the keepers of like the first flame and stuff like that. Usually the black flame, the Syrah flame, like crystalline flames, like those rare flames. Elemental oversouls as well. The mythic oversouls as well, which are the story keepers and historian, like that type of energy. Ancestral oversouls. Atlantean oversouls, because some of us have Atlantean oversouls, like Amara's would be considered an Atlantean. Lumerian oversouls, those are here as well too. And architect oversouls, which are the grid workers and stuff like that. And yeah, and then you can have like galactic tones and stuff like that too. So it just depends. But I offer that in the flame lineage readings if y'all are interested. I just did a tier 3 today, which she has me for 3 sessions, but oh my gosh, it went so fucking well. Like she had, I'm the Syrah flame, so like I mirror the main 13 flames, but y'all who have those rare elemental or ancient earth-based lines, I don't have that energy inside of me. And so it was kind of like a little bit of a dogfight because she has like a Lumerian energy, which is like a golden rose energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fucking energy. It's leadership with compassion, y'all. She had that energy. She had the seraphim lines, which are just now coming back. All of these are very rare. And she also had a crystalline flame, which is one of the rarest of the 13 flame lineages. So when I hopped into her energy, I immediately felt the crystalline energy. I immediately felt black flame energy, but black flame energy is a whole nother genre by itself, meaning that you got the phoenix lines, you got the seraphim lines, you got the black lines, which can be black gold or gold black, or like it's this whole other thing that is just now waking up. And that's again why the black dolphins and lions and shit like that, we're starting to see more of those, because that seraphim lines are waking up because of where we're moving collective wise. So she has three rare main lineages. And so it took us like 2 hours to get her there because I don't reflect those last two lineages. Seraphim, I can feel that. The only reason why I can feel that is because in a previous life, I was my divine union counterpart, still in this life too, is from the Seraphim realms. And so I spent time with him in the Seraphim realms because we go together, like in spirit, like that's my guy. I'm his girl. His name is Kyriel or Kyriel or something like that. So I'm familiar with the Seraphim, and I can always pick up the Seraphim. And I've been getting a lot of people who have Black Flame lineages or Black Flame Temple priestesses that are coming my way as well. But that last one, Golden Rose, no, because I kept trying to push her towards Rose Gold, but it wasn't fitting. And I kept on hearing she's rare, she's rare, she's rare, and I'm like, okay. And so I started looking through my rare lineages because I wasn't even gonna put that a part of the service, but I just did some like extra little rare lineages just in case I run across some people because some of them rare lineages are coming back right now. And sure fucking enough, she was, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And so the reason why I jumped on so late today is because I had to put together her package because I do rituals. Like I give you a shit ton of rituals based on the flame lineages that you have, and I give you options, especially if you like a generator, because we work in options, journal prompts to do mirror affirmations. I write out what your soul gifts are, your shadow aspects, like everything to kind of look for, just so you can understand yourself, but also do your name frequency as well, which matches the frequencies that she carries in her main lineage, like everything. So it's exciting. I told them earlier, if y'all wasn't on the live, like I love these new services that I'm providing. Like it feels more aligned with who I am. And she was like, how do you know all of this? And I'm just like, a combination of a lot of different things, girl. It's just what I came here to do. It's like my purpose. And, like part of it is I tap into the Lara Elf vaults. The one that I told y'all that collapsed, if y'all been part of the Atlantia series or whatever, that holds all of our divine blueprints and stuff like that. So I tap into that before I even come into the meeting. And then I just see what I can hear, see what I can feel. And based on our conversation, I'm just getting more information, so it's like a whole process to tie down what lineages you belong to. And most people have up to 3, some have up to 5. If they're rarely will have up to 5 primary lineages, but then a whole bunch of overlays. And she had like 4 overlays. And I'm like, girl, no wonder why you damn confused. You got all this damn energy going on. So yeah, I go through that. And it also is like the 2 and 3 soul contracts or past life situations that you're still holding on to, you're still transmuting. Like with her, is sacrificing herself for other people. So we're working on rewriting that. Like it's interesting. That's why we have to be mindful of people around us so things don't get into our subconscious. Yep. Ideas are meant to be shared. They are knowledge in general, because ideas are just knowledge, expressed knowledge. Or sometimes it's not even expressed, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Primordial ringing for me. Oh yeah. How do I book that? It's on my website, y'all. Flame, they call it the flame readings. And so if you go to my website, Bigtaj, BIGTAJJ.com, underneath the picture of me at the top, it says book a service. Click on that. It takes you to my services, and it's called Flame Readings. There are 4 options. The first one is like an oversoul reading or whatever. That is the cards. That is doing a reading with the deck that I don't sell and the deck that I do sell. So that's telling you where you are on your journey or whatever. But if you want to do that on live, you can book it on my website as well. You'll get it for a cheaper price if you want to do it on live. Just because sacred witnessing, I'm trying to create this love temple that we all live in, where we are being vulnerable, So that's available. That's the first thing. And then you have tier 1, 2, and 3. Tier 1 is just identifying what the flame lineages are and just decoding them, like telling you what your primary flame lineage is. And that one's also on if you do it live, you can get it cheaper. It's like a flame mapping. And it'll tell you what your gifts are, your shadow aspects of just that one main flame lineage. Tier 2 is both your primary and secondary flame lineages. Tier 3 is all of it. So tier 3 is like you get access to me for a full month. So if you want mentorship, you get access to me for a full month. You get a chat, you get the customized journal prompts, the customized rituals, the customized mirror affirmations. You get 3 sessions that are over 2 hours of us figuring out what your soul vows are, what your main lineages are, shit like that, and then just helping you to integrate, And so I put together this integration package for my client earlier, and it took me about an hour to put it together, but it had all of that information in there. So yeah, it's on my website. All my new y'all should check out my new services. It's so different than what I was doing before. Even like with the kids, the mommy and me's that I was doing, like now I have this sacred codes where you can get like a general reading, like the general ones are still available, but now I go deep in detail into your kids and your kids' gifts and stuff like that, which is what I didn't do that before. Oh, thank you. Whoever said I'm so cool. Thank you, Gucci Princess. But yeah. Do planet people mix to create blended breeds as in black with some of us were meant to mixed because a lot of us are hybrids. Like we're hybrids. We needed both, Yes, she has the black and red flame along with the pink. My higher self and empress of the vast domain. The black flame, yes, but what you mean the red flame? There's not a red. There's a crimson, there's a ruby, there's a violet red. And then the pink is only rose. There's only a rose. When you said the high priestess, I saw a black panther in my mind. Yeah, you just booked the reading through my website, y'all. I want to know how do you know? Bless your heart, you're using your gifts and am. Thank you. I love that for me. My website is www.bigtajj.com. Yep. But yeah, I just redid everything. And somebody reached out to me last week and was like, hey, I got a mini reading from you a while ago. I would like to get the full reading. And I'm like, oh, baby, we passed that. We not doing that no more. We done moved on with our lives. So yeah, check out the services, y'all. But I just wanted to pop in because today went a little bit longer than I expected it to go. And so I was hopping on to do readings, but today just was kind of crazy. And I honestly just need a break. So yeah, I was just hopping on just to chop it up with y'all. I'll be on tomorrow at my regular time, 1 p.m. and we'll probably just do kind of something very similar. I'm not gonna get too deep into teaching tomorrow just because I'm supposed to be taking a break and I haven't took a break yet. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Everything's on my website, y'all. www.bigtajj.com. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I love y'all deep. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of y'all night. Okay. Bye. Bye, YouTube. See you later.